Victoria, it's really good to see you again. And you have created a play called On Thin Ice, and you created it in Russia. Do you want to give us some background on that, please, about where it was performed and what it's about?
Thank you very much, Leon, for introduction. I'm Victoria, theater and film director, and I have written also my play on Thin Ice, and I staged it in Russia, and also we. This project got so many attention from the audience, and some foundation was interested in the project, and sponsor foundation was sponsoring our project. It had enough success in Russia, and that's why I am here to talk about this, because I think that for UK it's also crucial topic that we should rise and keep talking, because when we're talking about it, it means that we are having that attention that everyone should pay attention for.
What was the spark or what inspired you to create this play about addiction? And can you tell us about the collision of two realities that happens in On Thin Ice?
Um, Frankly speaking, I was addicted by myself. So that's why like I gave up drugs, alcohol, and I wrote big text about how they were really trying to make my life worse, and how I was struggling with death, and it was really sitting near me at some points, and it was like I was like blood. I was written this by passion, this text, and that's how it started. So this text that I had, it is like the last point of the play, this text, and I haven't changed it too much. And honestly, I was surrounded by a lot of addicted people, and a lot of them or died actually, or they were in recovery centers, and someone is sober for a lot of years, someone was taking a lot of times to recovery centers. And so for me it was conversation between me and these people who was very close to me, and I would like to say something to them, because they were in active addiction mode, and for me it was opportunity to talk with them, even they can't listen, because I think everyone should make their own decision to give up, to be addicted, and no one else can say it to you. And for me it was something like opportunity to say something to them, and also they were on my premiere, and they listened, and it was very important for me that after premiere I looked like some like woman with tears on her face, like she was coming to me and saying, everything is true, everything is true, it's like my situation, my husband, he's like he's drinking every times, and he's doing precisely the same. So could I use your play to make my own staging or something like this? So it was so inspiring, and I found so many people who is on the same boat, and I felt that I'm in a society. That's why I think it's very important, Leon, what you are doing, recovery and recovery art. So I think it's a great idea.
Thinking about the play, you mentioned that there's four characters representing four different addictions. And have I got this right that the play splits the stage into the real canvas and the phantasmagoric canvas? Can you give us a bit of detail then about what happens and about how you made this? Did you workshop with the actors, or and what's the reason of splitting the stage? There's a lot of questions in there, but I think I'd like to really unpick about what takes place on the stage in On Thin Ice.
Mhm. As you mentioned in your question, there are two parallel actions which happening in the same time. One is realistic canvas. So we see four characters, and everyone has his or her own story. As an example, drug taker Nikita, his mother is very dominative, and even he is enough mature. He is controlling all his life. That's how he is getting to addiction because of over control, and he would like to escape to another world, and also, there are characters who is like lonely alcoholic woman Alice, who is a teacher of Japanese language, and she's introvert, and she just have one friend Nicole, who really likes sex and flirting with everyone, and she is really eager to sorry for this fuck with everyone, because it's some kind of even like nymphomania. It's like there are a few types how you can get to the point, and one is that you didn't get enough love when you was a child, and the way of sexual communication is the way how you feel that you are loved. So it's some kind of psychologically swift in your shift in your mind, like how you're getting love in this life, and the parallel words. It's like each addiction, like we are getting for some, detail point of taking drugs, or having some being drunk. And at this point in the play, when realistic canvas is we're getting to the point when the person is going to hero or his addiction, like the light changes, and every character has his own like color for addiction, and the ordinary like life lights on the stage is changing to more phantasmagorical, like green for Alice as alcoholic, and she's dancing with her glass of wine, and we see this attachment to the glass, and how, because every times I think we have our like relationship with the addicted thing with this glass, or having, I don't know, smoke, or you have your own habits even in this process. And it's about like that you are dealing with yourself. Will you drink or no? You want to go further, and through the dance, as an example, with a glass of wine, she's like organizing it on the stage. She's coming back because she's dealing with herself. Will she drink more? And just one, as every time alcoholics is saying. So, and also other characters, they also sometimes they are wearing masks in this room. Sometimes they're helping each other, because as an example, nymphoman Nicole, she is like, she needs other characters to be in her story, so like actors are playing in the realistic world their characters, and in some stories for phantasmagory, they're helping each other to represent addictions. And so as an example, with Nicole Nymphoman, she's staying, and a lot of hands are touching her body with the colors, and when colors are mixed on her body, it makes it dirty, and this kind of vibes. So for me, it's opportunity to show attractiveness from one side, and these feelings of how we struggle and how we love it at the same time. And for as an example, for the audience who is not addicted, it's opportunity to understand somehow another point of view. As an example, like you have addicted someone from your family members, and it's opportunity to understand it, and also how it works, because if you are addicted, your like close surroundings, they are so addicted to you,
Mm.
co-addicted. So it means opportunity to understand for them, and also to find yourself, give a push for people who are addicted to go outside, to feel that they're not lonely. Because I think that as much far you're going in your addiction, as much deeper you're going closer to hell. And also in phantasmagoric world, it's going down and down to hell. So like, and every time you're going down, 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 and there is some point which is like shifting you, and you are like, okay, something else, and trying to to go up. So I am, and for me, this phantasmagory and the metaphorical way of understanding, it's opportunity to explain what is not touchable, which what is very difficult to understand for people who has never been to another side of healthy life.
That's really fantastic. There's a lot in that that really speaks to me because the whole concept of having two sides and how you're using theatre techniques such as lighting and movement to represent the real and the phantasmagorical is entirely what addiction is like, isn't it? Because when in addiction, we kid ourselves that we are living this heightened, more glamorized life. But quite clearly, what you've achieved in the play there is being able to both communicate to people who've had experienced addiction issues and those who are affected by it. In the so on that, which characters or moments do audiences most commonly respond to or misunderstand? So of all the different performances that you've done, is there one or two moments that people go, "Oh, I really got the play when this happened," or have you had feedback sometimes? And have you had feedback sometimes where somebody hasn't got what you're trying to convey? So, what's communicating with the audiences, please?
Thank you for your question. There were a lot of responses to this play, and I would point few of them. Firstly, every times like it was very cool moment and very sensible for the audience when for one the girl, the actress who played alcoholic Alice, she was dancing with the glass, and it was every times finished with applause. And the funny moment in this is that before the premiere I wanted to take out this this beat.
It's good you didn't. It's good you didn't. Yeah.
And once the guy went to me, and Innocenty, he's a gambler. He's chef in restaurant, and he has some monologue about like how everyone's is disturbing him, and how much pressure, and that his work is no one no one is estimating his work, no one gives it any worth, and pressure from head of cafe and etc. And the guy went to me and he told that everything is the same. He's working as a chef, and he's cooking stuff, and he felt the same. And this bit, and I think the most difficult character is Nicole, who likes sex, because it's not that clear for everyone that there is sexual addiction, and because everyone knows about alcohol, drugs, gambling, but sex addiction, it's not that clear, because on regular basis it's one of our needs, and it might be very healthy for everyone. But I'm talking about destruction, which cause addiction, because the border of just having some need, and even drinking alcohol sometimes, it's not addiction. Addiction, the border of having addiction in when addiction is causing some problems in your real life, and it is the border. And also there was because I made few drafts on different stages this performance, and in first draft there was scene when two characters, uh they um they were viewers, and she was eating she was like eating her arms and her everything, and it was in more sarcastic way, and people saw that I'm also protecting some animals. It was very strange scene, but I really liked with some psychological music, because for me also addiction, it's getting crazy and mad sometimes. And it was description how when you're addicted to sex, for you different parts of your body, it started to be not subjective for you but objective for yourself, and you're just giving your body to everyone, and you're it's some kind of shift, that you don't feel your body, it started to be separate from yourself.
Disassociation, I think, is yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
you're touching on a lot of universal themes. Um, Kind of drawing the interview to a close. What next do you want to do with On Thin Ice? Do you see a future for this? Is this something you want to bring to the UK?
I'm very interested to bring this to UK, and honestly, meeting with you was very inspiring to me, because for me it's the key to understand that if you have this kind of organization, and I see how it's growing, and that you have enough followers, and good amount, and I see that you're actively working on it. For me it means that there is a response here, there is demand here, because for me, when I immigrated here, for me it's very important to understand, to make something where I can find the response from the audience. And I'm still exploring this British audience. Who are they? What do they want? Which topics here people are interested in? So that's why I'm interested to give new birth to this project, and I think soon it will I will make it real.
I do make the claim, and I think I'm right in this, is that there's actually probably the most artistic practice that's relating to addiction and addiction recovery is probably happening in the UK, actually. Whether there's money about is an entirely different question. And I'm like, and all artists, it's not an easy time here. But on the other hand, we do live in a country that does have still has some subsidy for the arts. So, certainly I'd encourage you to explore what's available at places like the Arts Council. Um, so the final question is, what is it that you want to talk about on Thin Ice that you've not covered? What is the one thing that you think's important? You've touched on audiences, how it affects people, the themes around the play, and your personal involvement with that. But is what's been missing from our conversation, our short conversation?
Uh, I would like to say that it's like during the play and the performance, you can see people's motivation to grow, to see life differently that they have seen before. It's will with which you press ahead difficulties, and it's opportunity because sometimes you feel you are laying on the floor without no hope, and you want to die, or you can't find the solution, but in the darkness you can see the light, and the light is there in the play, because for me it's important not just to make some art which will represent like, oh, how fun is drinking, how fun is taking drugs, so miss it. uh,
Yeah.
but it's the way how to go out, and it's sometimes, and it's very interesting how sometimes, as an example, I had heart attack and I understood, no, I'm changing my mind, I'm going out, and how maybe like some conversation, some communication with someone can bring this new idea that you can take and start it to go outside of this room. And I really like the moment that these characters are so real, and I wrote them from my close friends and someone from myself. And I think it's some kind of conversation that between audience also, because I think that every times it's conversation between artist, me as a director, with the audience. I'm not saying how to do. I think my key points is to precisely ask question through my art that will push you, push everyone to answer themselves. But it should touch your heart, that you will, disappointed question. And you're like, I don't like it, I don't like it, but it's, and somehow in some period of time you will somehow answer by yourself. So it's generally what I'm doing as a theater and film director, and what is my interest, to really touch someone's, or like stimulate them or their brain or heart or any other organs. It depends, you know. To have some conversation, to have some impulses, and to not be like, you know, neutral, to have some response, to want to answer, to say that it's not right, you are doing not right, Victoria, or you are doing right. It's better than, you know, zero. So and of course, I think it's great that around art it's every time's happening a lot of conversations and audience attractions, like community, which you can find people who is thinking the same way as you are.
Cool. Thank you. That's really good to talk to you, Victoria. Thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking time to have a conversation.